What is going on, Bitcoin Bulletin viewers? Get ready to strap in because the crypto world is on fire, and we've got the hottest updates dropping right now. The pace is absolutely breakneck, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing the seismic shifts happening minute by minute. Today, we're diving deep into the signals that have everyone talking. Is the king of crypto hitting a pause button after an unbelievable run, or is this just a breather before the next explosive leg up? We've got the critical indicators, the on-chain data, and the expert analysis that could shape your next move. Are we seeing a potential macro momentum reversal, with key support levels under pressure? We'll break down the charts and the numbers that matter most. Plus, get a load of this. A major new player is entering the Treasury game, aiming for a massive chunk of Bitcoin's supply. This European initiative is raising serious capital with an audacious long-term goal that could significantly impact market dynamics. And if that wasn't enough, we're hearing some highly ambitious price targets from a very familiar name in a major crypto event. Could Bitcoin really be heading for $1 million? We've got the full scoop. You do not want to miss this. Stick around, because this is the Bitcoin Bulletin. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. The bull might be napping. Bitcoin has experienced an astonishing 700% surge since late 2022, rocketing from around $15,000 to a staggering all-time high near $124,500 earlier this year. However, recent trading action shows Bitcoin hovering around the $110,000 mark, trading within a narrow range that has left many market participants questioning the asset's current momentum. Is the bull market taking a breather, or has it truly fallen asleep after such a monumental run? This period of consolidation is raising eyebrows, especially as key technical indicators begin to flash cautionary signals. Crypto analyst Ali Martinez has pointed out that Bitcoin's dominance is starting to show cracks, a pattern that bears a striking resemblance to conditions observed just before the peak of the 2021 bull cycle. Martinez highlighted several concerning signs, including a bearish divergence on the Relative Strength Index, RSI, a bearish crossover on the Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD indicator, and the potential for a significant breakdown if Bitcoin fails to hold the critical support level at $108,700. Adding to the bearish sentiment, on-chain data reveals a notable shift. The MVRV momentum indicator has turned negative for the first time in this cycle. Martinez described this development as a potential macro momentum reversal, suggesting that the underlying trend might be shifting. Key downside levels to watch closely are $108,700, followed by $104,500, $97,000, and potentially a much deeper correction down to $60,000 if the selling pressure intensifies. While all these technical and on-chain signals suggest that the market peak for Bitcoin might have already occurred, the bullish case isn't entirely extinguished. For the bulls to regain control and continue the upward trajectory, Bitcoin must decisively hold the $108,700 support level and witness a recovery in the MVRV indicator, ideally marked by a golden cross. The absence of these validating signals significantly increases the risk of a broader market correction. Further reinforcing the bearish outlook, Bitcoin's supply held by profitable addresses is showing early signs of a downtrend, a strong indicator that the market's peak may indeed be behind us. The MVRV momentum indicator flipping to a death cross serves as a stark warning of this shift from positive to negative macro momentum. The community reaction has been mixed, with some traders preparing for a downturn, while others remain optimistic about a short-term consolidation before the next major upward move. The key takeaway for investors is to closely monitor the $108,700 level as a critical determinant of Bitcoin's short-term future direction. But is this the end of the rally, or just a temporary pause? We'll delve into the upcoming catalysts that could reignite the market in our next segment. The road ahead for crypto. As the market navigates the current landscape, all eyes are on the potential catalysts that could shape the trajectory of cryptocurrencies in the latter half of 2025. Several key indicators and activities are being closely watched by analysts and investors alike, suggesting a period of significant potential movement. One of the most anticipated events is the potential occurrence of a golden cross for Bitcoin. This classic bullish technical pattern, formed when a shorter-term moving average crosses above a longer-term moving average, often signals the start of a sustained uptrend. Its appearance could inject significant positive sentiment back into the market. Alongside these technical signals, whale activity, the trading patterns of large holders of cryptocurrency, is also a major focus. Significant accumulation or distribution by these large players can often precede major price movements, providing valuable insights into market sentiment and potential future trends. Understanding whether whales are accumulating or shedding assets can offer a crucial glimpse into the market's underlying strength or weakness. Furthermore, Bitcoin's performance against critical resistance levels remains a paramount concern. Breaking through these resistance points is essential for validating bullish narratives and paving the way for new all-time highs. Conversely, failure to overcome these levels could signal continued consolidation or even a potential downturn. Analysts are meticulously examining the interplay between these technical patterns, on-chain data, and the behavior of major market participants to forecast the next significant market moves. The convergence of these factors in late 2025 could prove to be a pivotal moment for the entire crypto ecosystem, potentially setting the stage for either a renewed bull run or a period of extended correction. The market is keenly awaiting confirmation of these bullish signals, with many anticipating that the confluence of a golden cross, strategic whale accumulation, and a decisive break above key resistance levels could unlock substantial upside potential for Bitcoin and the broader altcoin market. The current market sentiment appears to be one of cautious optimism, with many participants looking for concrete evidence that the bull market is set to continue its ascent, rather than falter at these crucial junctures. The upcoming weeks and months will be critical in determining whether these anticipated catalysts will indeed materialize and drive the crypto market to new heights. Now, while we're talking about big players and big moves, a new European initiative is making waves by building a substantial Bitcoin treasury. What does this mean for the market? A European Bitcoin treasury takes shape. A significant development in the institutional adoption of Bitcoin is underway in Europe, with the establishment of the Amsterdam Bitcoin Treasury Strategy, AMBTS. This newly formed entity, backed by the Dutch crypto asset service provider Amdex, has successfully raised 20 million euros, equivalent to $23.2 million, in its initial financing round. This capital infusion, secured through private placements, is earmarked to fuel AMBTS's ambitious Bitcoin accumulation strategy. The funding round, which has a cap of 30 million euros, $34.8 million, is slated for completion in September 2025, indicating a well-defined timeline for the company's foundational phase. The core objective of AMBTS is to pioneer one of Europe's first independent Bitcoin treasury companies, with plans for a future listing on the Euronext Amsterdam Stock Exchange. This move signifies a growing trend of traditional financial structures embracing digital assets, specifically Bitcoin, as a core component of their treasury management. Looking further ahead, AMBTS has set a highly ambitious long-term goal: to amass a Bitcoin holding equivalent to at least 1% of the total circulating supply. Given Bitcoin's capped supply of 21 million coins, achieving this target would involve acquiring a substantial quantity of BTC, potentially impacting market liquidity and price dynamics. The strategic importance of such a move cannot be overstated, as it represents a significant commitment from a European-based entity to hold a considerable portion of the world's Bitcoin supply. This initiative is notable for its early backers, including Mark van der Chijs, a prominent figure and founder of the Bitcoin mining company Hut 8. His involvement lends considerable credibility and expertise to the venture, suggesting a well-thought-out strategy and strong industry backing. The creation of independent Bitcoin treasuries is seen by many as a crucial step towards broader institutional acceptance and integration of Bitcoin into mainstream finance. By setting up a dedicated entity focused solely on accumulating and managing Bitcoin, AMBTS aims to provide a regulated and transparent avenue for institutional capital to gain exposure to the digital asset. This approach could attract further investment from traditional financial institutions seeking to diversify their portfolios with assets like Bitcoin, without directly engaging in the complexities of direct custody or trading. The long-term implications of AMBTS's strategy, particularly its goal of acquiring 1% of the circulating Bitcoin supply, could lead to increased demand and potentially influence market stability. As the company progresses towards its Euronext Amsterdam listing, it will undoubtedly be a closely watched entity in the evolving landscape of digital asset finance. The market will be observing how AMBTS navigates regulatory environments, manages its growing Bitcoin holdings, and whether its ambitious accumulation target can be realized, potentially setting a precedent for similar ventures across the globe. Speaking of ambitious targets, a very familiar name just made a bold prediction about Bitcoin's price at a major conference. Could we see $1 million? From $110K to $1 million, a bold prediction. During a recent appearance at the Bitcoin Asia conference in Hong Kong, Eric Trump, son of former U.S. President Donald Trump, made a resounding prediction. Bitcoin's price will definitely reach $1 million. Trump, who is also an executive vice president at the Trump Organization, shared this bullish outlook during a panel discussion with David Bailey. He cited the surging institutional demand and Bitcoin's inherently limited supply as the primary drivers behind this ambitious price target. Currently trading around $110,000, Bitcoin has already seen a significant appreciation of 18% year-to-date, but Trump's forecast suggests an exponential increase is still on the horizon. Trump's participation in the two-day event, which drew over 20,000 attendees, tripling last year's numbers, underscores the growing global influence of the Bitcoin industry and the Trump family's increasing engagement with it. He specifically highlighted the dramatic shift in U.S. crypto policy under his father's administration, claiming that more progress has been made in the 7 months since President Trump's return to office than in the preceding decade. Trump described the current situation as going from 0 to 100 instantaneously, asserting that America is winning the digital revolution due to robust political backing and substantial institutional support from Wall Street firms, sovereign wealth funds, and retirement accounts. Beyond his price predictions, Trump also expressed admiration for China's role in the Bitcoin and crypto ecosystem, calling the nation a leading force despite Beijing's ban on crypto trading since 2021. This statement may seem counterintuitive given the regulatory stance, but it reflects a broader view on the global development and adoption of Bitcoin technology. The Trump family's involvement in the crypto space has expanded significantly over the past year. Eric Trump and his brother Donald Trump Jr. are co-founders of American Bitcoin, a mining operation where they hold approximately a 20% stake, with the remainder owned by Hut 8. The company recently secured $220 million in funding and is planning a Nasdaq debut through a merger with Griffin. Furthermore, Eric Trump serves on the board of advisors for the Japanese Bitcoin Treasury company Metaplanet, praising its president and CEO, Simon Jurovich. This international involvement highlights the growing network of Bitcoin-focused enterprises and the family's strategic positioning within the industry. Eric Trump's highly optimistic Bitcoin price prediction aligns with a broader sentiment of increasing institutional confidence in the long-term prospects of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin Asia Conference itself served as a powerful platform, emphasizing Hong Kong's burgeoning role in the global Bitcoin landscape and the increasing mainstream acceptance of digital assets. The community response has been largely enthusiastic, with many seeing his endorsement as a significant signal of mainstream acceptance, while some remain skeptical about the feasibility of such a rapid price increase. And that wraps up our top stories for today. What an incredible ride this market is on. And that's a wrap on another action-packed Bitcoin bulletin. We saw potential signs of a market pause after a massive rally. A major European Treasury initiative is building serious Bitcoin reserves, and we heard some sky-high price predictions from a notable figure. What a week! Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for all your essential crypto updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Follow us on all social platforms for more insights and join the conversation in the comments below. We'll see you next time.